Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to have a little look at the Not Warhammer 40k preview and how right was I. So that's right, Games Workshop have done the Not Warhammer 40k preview and I thought let's have a little look at it and see how close my predictions were or how not close my predictions were. Just as a quick disclaimer, the Horus Heresy area of the preview is actually, we've done a podcast for that, and at the time of recording and viewing, that podcast will be up already. So if you want to go and check out the podcast for the Horus Heresy side of things, you can. This video is really only going to focus on the Age of Sigmar, the Warcry, and the Warhammer Underworlds and the Old World. So all of the Heresy is in the podcast. I'll touch on a little bit, but the main thing is over on in the podcast. So without any further ado, let's jump in and see what there is. So the Not Warhammer 40k preview and all of the reveals in one place. So yes, this is it. This is over on the Warhammer community. So we're just going to scroll down. We're going to work our way through it. So if you haven't watched it, the actual live stream for 53 minutes is up on the Warhammer community, and I believe they'll keep that there for a while before taking it down and then making you pay a subscription to go and watch it back. So first things first, we had the Age of Sigmar, which was the Cities of Sigmar, and that is all the way over here. And we had a really cool video, but I'm not going to really show it because they ping me for copyright if I show the music. But as I predicted, we got the Cities of Sigmar launch box. And oh my god, these models are amazing. I cannot wait to get these. In fact, I'm going to get 2 of these boxes because that would be a perfect starting for my new Cities of Sigmar army. These are really, really cool miniatures. And this, for me, was my highlight. Like, this is so good. These models are really, really good. So one of the things that we're going to get is, obviously, you're going to get the Marshal, this really cool guy, the guy with the leather apron, 2 units of foot guys, and then a unit of the cavalry. So this is the Marshal. Like you get some options here as well. So you're going to be getting, you get this option, and you get this like little squire guy as well, which is like a little kid carrying this little relic with a head in it, which is really nice. But the miniature comes with options. So obviously, as you can see, you can have a couple of pistols, you can have a shield and a sword, or a big hammer holding his helmet, which is really, really cool. So I like the fact that you do have options straight away on your miniature. Really quite nice. But one thing that I really like about this guy is the aesthetics of the armor and the sort of like cloaks and the sort of undercloth that they've got. So I'm really, really digging the aesthetics of this guy. And then they've got this guy, which we've never seen before, and the way they sort of described him is he's like a wizard, and he kind of like makes your armor and weapons better. But one of the things as a painter that I instantly got excited about is that leather apron. Like, that leather apron is going to be so fun to actually do, like a really cool leather effect on it, and the big leather belt as well. It's like, that is a painter's dream, that miniature. So I was really excited about this. Really, really like it. It's really beautiful. Cannot wait. And then obviously we get the actual unit. Now, we've been teased with these guys before. We've seen a handful of them, but now we've actually get the full unit. So it does look quite cool. Again, I like the aesthetics that we're getting. I like the armor. I like the little like sort of things on the top of the boots. And I do kind of like, a lot of people I've seen complaining about the helmets. I quite like it. They kind of have like a quirky Terry Pratchett type vibe going for them. But I'm a big fan of a big banner, and yeah, so it looks cool. So I think these are the ones that we've seen before, like in the initial sort of teaser preview of the Cities of Sigmar. We got the unit champion, we got a couple of guys. So we've seen them ones before, and then these are the others that we haven't. And this guy is like a priest, apparently. Don't know what he's going to do in the unit, but he's a big burly guy with a big stick. That sounds awesome. And like, this is just cool. She's pretty awesome. She looks like the kind of woman you would not want to mess with. But yeah, really, really nice. And then obviously, we've seen the cavalry. The cavalry have been previewed before. But apparently there's a lot of options in this unit. And look at that. Look at this. Look how awesome that is. Just so, so good. So yeah. And then obviously the standard bearer. So really, really cool. But that's not all. You also in the box are going to get the limited edition cover of the box. So it looks like they're going to get an orders type system. Not overly too sure. I'm pretty sure some people with a really good computer will zoom right in on there and decipher exactly what that says and all of this says and everything else. But that's not me. And I don't plan to do it right now. But then the absolute baller of a miniature is this. Like, this is apparently a special character and she comes with multiple options. And it's a big, massive chimera. And look at, like, yes, yes. Cannot wait to get my filthy paws all over this. Beautiful, beautiful miniature. And then here's some of the extras, optional assembly extras. Now, one thing that I will say is that if anyone played the computer game For Honor and played the single-player story campaign through that game, even though it was mainly a multiplayer dueling game, the main sort of enemy person, female person, who's in charge of sort of like the bad guys, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting off her in that armor. So I'm really digging that. And like the hair and the shield and everything, and the big sword. Like there's a lot of, so obviously there's a sword, there's a hammer, an axe, and then this mace thing. So there's quite a lot of options, but I'm really loving everything about this miniature. So it's really, really looking cool. And that is the Age of Sigmar, Cities of Sigmar. And that's basically all we really got shown for Age of Sigmar, to be fair. There isn't really anything else. So, on to the next bit. So next for Warcry, we got some new Cruel Boys. So almost Age of Sigmar-y, but for Warcry, which is pretty cool. I was expecting something along a new warband. Didn't expect orcs, but kind of makes sense. It's an interesting collection of miniatures. I really like the baboons. They're really cool. This guy is okay, but he seems to be very busy. There's a lot going on that miniature. These guys are pretty cool, and I have no idea what that goblin's carrying. But yeah, they're quite a nice faction, and I'm sure they'll probably make decent models in a unit or in your Cruel Boys army. Like, these are kind of pretty cool. Like, that's the squeaky thing there, but it seems he seems very busy, at least. I really do like the monkeys. The two baboons are really, really cool. I like them. These are fun. This guy with the scars and stuff would make like a nice with a nice sort of musician in one of your units. But all in all, that's about all you're getting for it, to be fair. And they're not bad. So that's basically the Cruel Boys, really. There is a nice little video for it, but again, I've already shown you. So next up, Warhammer Underworlds. So Warhammer Underworlds, for me, was definitely cool. I like it, and I really hope they do more of this. Nice little video, but essentially what it is some new Skaven, some Plague monk-themed Skaven. So you get a little rat, which is always cool. You get your unit champion, which is, he would be really cool as just a Plague monk hero in a Skaven army for Age of Sigmar. I could see that working really well. And it's the same with these guys as well. I'm pretty sure that these guys would work out as some really good Plague monk heroes as well. I really like the guy with the double daggers. That's really nice. And this guy's pretty cool as well. But one of the things that I really kind of get with these is I wish that they would actually update the Skaven range as a whole, because the new Skaven that they've done, and like the Eshin guy, the Assassin guy, and these are absolutely fantastic. And I wish they would give Skaven a little bit more love. But pleasantly surprised with this. Very, 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 very surprised and much appreciated. And it's pretty cool. Painting wise, I could be tempted to pick up this box just to paint up a couple of these. Not that I would want to do a Skaven army, but I could definitely see myself painting up one of these, especially the rat. The rat is cool. Okay, time for some Warhammer the Old World. And I have to admit, this is probably one of the most underwhelming previews I have ever seen. And like, there was so much speculation online of what people were going to be shown here. And I did say that I don't think we're going to see a launch box, because I'm pretty sure a launch box for the Underworld is not happening. But we got something. In fact, we got one miniature, and that's this guy. All it is basically a... Yeah, all it is basically just one dude. That's it. Just one dude. A standard bearer. That's it. Just a standard bearer for the Bretonnian army. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Apparently it's going to be in resin. But that's all they've shown. That's all they've shown. The thing is that gets me with this, and it's a nice miniature. The problem is, how is it going to match up with the current plastics? Because from what I'm led to believe is that they're not really redoing all of the Bretonnians. They're kind of re-releasing the old Bretonnians from the old game and re-releasing it and then adding in a couple of new miniatures and stuff like that. And this seems to be that one of the new miniatures added to it. And like, I've not seen what this is going to be like alongside. It's beautifully painted and it looks really nice to paint, and I'm a big fan of sort of the Bretonnian look, especially for likes of like Footsore Miniatures Baron's War, which is a lot of medieval knights and stuff like that. I really do quite like that sort of look and vibe of the medieval knights. But yeah, this is literally the biggest lackluster, anticlimactic preview I've ever seen, and that is all they got. There's some nice details on it, but like seriously, that is it. So yeah, just rather funny. But let's check out the Horus Heresy. So just to quickly touch on the Horus Heresy, yes, there is a podcast that you can go and check out now for the Northern Heresy podcast, where we go into a lot more detail about the Horus Heresy and a lot of every stuff. Me and Kyle have a good chat about that. But just as a quick one, just to round out the video, yes, we also got this, which was the new Castigator Knight and this Knight as well, which are going to be in plastic, which is more units and more models from Forge World moving over to plastic. And we also got this Legions Imperialis, which is the new game, the new thing, the new big thing for the preview, which was epic battles in the Age of Darkness, which everyone has lived under a rock, is basically the Horus Heresy in epic, which I believe is 8mm scale, and it's kind of cool. You get quite a lot. This is everything that you get in the box. So you get a lot of Space Marines, Space Marine tanks, Dreadnoughts. You get 2 Warhounds with some new weapon options and a load of Solar Auxiliary. So no idea on price, no idea on what else is to come. This is literally all they've shown us and all they've said. And I would imagine it's going to be on pre-order very, very soon, because the rumours are it's going to be out this summer. So, but more on that anyway. So that is the preview, everybody. That is it. Personally, I found it a very lackluster preview. I felt that there was a lot more that Games Workshop could have shown. The roadmaps were there with a lot of things for the autumn, especially in regards to the Horus Heresy. They didn't show the Druid or Dreadnought, they didn't show the new Mark III tactical squads, and they didn't show the Primarch. For Age of Sigmar, they never really shown us book 2 and 3 of the what's it called, the Dawnbringer Crusade campaign books, and they never sort of teased us about anything else. So it was kind of mainly, I felt, a preview that was to really sort of showcase the Cities of Sigmar launch box, which is epic, and Epic 40k, or sorry, Epic Horus Heresy, and seemed to be the 2 main things that they wanted to show. And Warcry, Underworlds, and the Old World were kind of shoehorned in there just to flesh it out. One of the things that was missing from the Not 40k preview was Lord of the Rings. Nothing for Lord of the Rings, which is very sad. And kind of bad for the Lord of the Rings players. They never got anything new to get excited about. So, sorry guys. But yeah, that is the video, peeps. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks to everyone who sort of watched the predictions. I'm sure I will make another predictions video when it comes to the 15th of this month, in about 2 weeks' time, for the 40k previews, which is either going to be Tyranids or Space Marines, depending on who wins that little thing that they're doing over on the community page. But until then, I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.